raise the sails again, watching for the whales again, and never have to say, I wish that I had done the things that I can't do when I'm too old to play.
When we last left you, we were tending to Where's Andy's wolves and entering Great Salt Pond at Block Island, but we didn't stay more than a couple hours.
We're heading for Cuttyhunk after all. We had a little break.
Yep. Well, Brian put out the old anchor at Block Island, and sure enough, the anchor started dragging as we were taking a nap.
It was pretty good wind, as you can see.
Yeah, that's right.
But still, it did drag.
It did drag, and I am so glad that my petition for a new anchor went through. But as we were pulling up the old anchor and attaching the new one, he said, why don't we just continue on from here? And so that's what we did.
It's good sailing breeze. And tomorrow's supposed to be kind of anemic, so we need to make miles toward a hidey hole for Friday, which is when Tropical Storm Elise comes through.
Woo! Now we're sailing. This is a good breeze. Glad we decided to push on. We about hurt our necks looking back at Where's Andy every other second to make sure he was still there.
We're arriving at Cuttyhunk. Things look pretty gray and black back that way.
Despite the light and sound show, we managed to get the anchor down before the rain really got going.
And the thunderstorm has passed. Yeah, check this out. Well, we are anchors down. It's our second night, but really our first night.
Yeah, first real night. First night in a bed.
First night not moving and,
Yes.
and so on.
A stationary bed.
And we look like we feel sort of tired and bedraggled.
This is the 2 days on the boat.
2 days underway.
Underway.
In sort of challenging conditions.
Yes. And we caught a bluefish, and we're just about to cook it. Right, Brian?
Thank you, Mr. Bluefish.
Oh, look at that.
And where might you be going?
Oh, it's chillier here than on the beach.
It looks so sparkly and nice.
Sparkly, just like ice.
We're 2 days in and still snowing things. Trying to figure out where everything's going to go.
We have water in there if we could pour it away.
The solar shower's still not set up.
This is my shower.
We are going to take a little walk around Cuttyhunk. Wonder how old that is. Ouch.
That's a big ship.
Here's the anchorage inside that we elected not to come into this time. Love all these Japanese rose. Muriel wants to harvest the hips and make some tea.
Yeah, you see these rose bushes everywhere along the coast, and you think, boy, oh, look at this lovely, there's a lot of rose hips tea you can make out of these. Acres and acres of this
Well,
along
pick
the
it.
coast.
Make some tea.
Okay, well, it's not quite ripe, but it's close.
The island is so small, you can walk all the sidewalks and roads in an afternoon.
The school, the library, some books I'm going to check out in a while. Town hall. The little church with the striped bass wind vane. In stripers we trust. Wow, so we're finally ashore after 2 days, and
Yeah.
a lot of bumpy conditions. Where's Andy got away twice and all this, so it feels good to walk around, get some exercise,
Yep.
and see the beautiful rural bucolic
scenery around here.
Yeah,
Just
and
gorgeous.
there's flocks of swans flying by, making that cooing sound over the bay. Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, and then the absence of all the other noises that bug me, like planes and jet skis and
Yeah.
so on. So it's very, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like less of the sound of you swearing loud jets as they
Do
go
I
by.
really swear when they go by?
When they go by, you're trying to film, you know. And
Anyway, it's very lovely here. If you get a
Yes.
chance to visit Cuttyhunk, come on. So that's the little pond, the Cuttyhunk Pond, which is like Great Salt Pond, just smaller.
We began chatting up some of these people, and look who we
I didn't
found.
get your name.
Alan
Alan
Pryor.
Alan Pryor. And you
From
sailed
New
with...
Zealand.
and you-
Sailed around the world with Robert Knox Johnson
Did you?
and Sir Peter Blake on Condor,
Wow.
77. And then worked for Jim Kilroy on all the maxi boats, all the Kilo 3, Kilo 4, Kilo 5.
Muriel, we are in the presence of sailing royalty, we are.
I ended up in Newport, Rhode Island, got on to Kilo 3, we did transatlantic, 79 Fastnet race. Then I stayed with Jim Kilroy for 12 years. We did 3 maxi boat programs.
Wow.
And then in the meantime did 2 more round the world races with the New Zealanders, Grant Dalton and all those characters.
I've lost track. How many times around is this?
3. 3 races
Okay.
and a few other times
Aha.
delivering boats,
I'm thinking total. So 5 or 6 at least.
probably. And then 3 America's Cups with Dennis Conner. And then the last 20 odd years building big super yachts, mainly in Europe.
Uh-huh.
For people like Jim Clark, like Hanneman and Athena, and those 180 to 300 foot sailing boats mainly.
Wow. Well, what a great pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
yeah, nice
I'm Brian. This is Muriel.
Nice to meet you.
to meet you.
Yeah, enjoy your trip out here.
You certainly shall. This is the store. Island Market.
Like everything else here, diminutive and cute.
I think we've got all these things. Hi. Mmm.
Ice cream.
Can I have a bite of yours?
Thank
Or
you.
get a whole one?
A bite? Now you want a bite? I don't know. That is a cute little fire plug.
Muriel doesn't mess around when it comes to ice cream.
We only have one size. It's 2 scoops.
Okay.
One size big.
Do you have enough?
Yeah?
Left?
Okay.
Now
For the
that
spoils of her
is
purchase.
an ice cream cone.
Bartholomew Gosnold landed on Cuttyhunk in 1602. And had he stayed the winter, which he had planned on, it would have become the first English settlement in America.
The breeze is up. Time to go, Muriel. Back to the boat.
Here's the trash, but why does it say no bunnies on top here?
No bunnies. It's not even spelled right.
I wonder what Bartholomew would have thought of this.
Well, the dinghy's still there. That's a good sign. Here's my anchor. I think that served pretty well. I brought the red paint with me this time, so I can repaint the bottom after all this abuse. Yep, that'll take a few chips off. Well, we're cutting our visit to shore a little short because we've got to make miles to the north to get out of the track of Hurricane Elsa, which hopefully by that time will just be Tropical Storm Elsa. So we're going to skip a few of the things on this end of the trip and see them on the way back at our leisure. So
Okay,
stay tuned for those.
coming up to Pocasset now.
U-turn.
All right. Come.
Good. We're going to put the oars on the deck so we don't have any fancy ideas about making an escape.
That's
we're
right.
towing Where's Andy.
Yeah, hopefully Where's Andy won't make any sea escapes again,
Yes,
too.
well, at least we'll have the oars.
Yeah.
So you like this kind of sailing where the water's flat and the...
Oh, this is a better kind of sailing where the boat doesn't like swing wildly to the right and to the left and waves splash over into the cockpit. So,
You don't like that? What kind of sailor are you?
oh, you know, that's the exciting part of sailing. But I think, you know, we had a couple of days of that, and now this is just such a joy. What a respite.
I would have to agree. Not bad. So we've just left Cuttyhunk and we're headed to the Cape Cod Canal, just south of it, to be ready for tomorrow's tide.
Yeah, you'd never know there was any sort of a storm coming.
It's the calm before the storm.
And hence my song, Calm Before the Storm.
Oh, that's what you call it? Yeah, you can take a stroll around the deck in this weather. Looks like the deck needs a little wash. Ah, having a lovely, peaceful sail. Wing and wing on the way to the Cape Cod Canal.
And I'm changing strings. It's so peaceful that you can actually do this. Maybe even play some music underway. And I'm doing something that I should tell you never to do, is put nylon strings on a steel string guitar. But for this trip, I just have the steel string that's carbon fiber. And I want to preserve my fingernails. As you know, that's where I get all my tone, the variety of tone from the nail.
They might not know that.
So, so we're going to see how it sounds. And I normally use my GHS Signature Classics, but I just found out GHS makes a ball and nylon string. And I'm going to give that a try. Go on much easier on this instrument. I'll play it for you in a few minutes once the strings settle in.
So we've got a preventer here going down to the tow rail so the boom can't accidentally jibe and swing over fast and break stuff, potentially hit someone in the head, etc.
The first beer of the sailing trip.
Arr, mateys. That was your take on drunken sailor?
Oh, you got it.
Arr, drunken sailor. Wednesday night races.
We managed to sail between two fleets of racing boats and on into our anchorage for the night. The long diagonal row of buoys is the entrance to the Cape Cod Canal, and Pocasset Harbor is just a hop and a skip away, perfect for an early morning departure.
As we wait for the anchor to set up, this is our home for the night.
after 3 days of sailing, your hair looks a little bit like a pirate.
I guess I better wash it. Something pirates hate to do. We like it like this.
Looks better already.
As you can see, I have yet to put the letters back on. The famous "Where's Andy?" That's coming one of these days. Some little quiet anchorage somewhere where I've got some time.
I'll leave you with Muriel's ferryboat crossing.
Bye.